thought it through, I hope. And I'm gonna do totally different something. I definitely want to make a closure for this one, so what shall we do? Shall we do the 120 or the... No, I definitely want to... No, I think the 120 is enough. Alright, so let's get started. So we're gonna create, let me get some space here. We're gonna make a fold line. 1/2 inch. Okay, fold it. And we're gonna make this fit to your left. Nope, that is absolutely not true because we need to fold this around. That's okay. We need to have this space, and it's gonna be, I'm gonna make sure that I have enough space because we still need to add papers on, so at least a 1/2 inch. So we're gonna score another 1/2 inch. Yeah. This hobby, absolutely, I love it, but you need to think forward in your head. And that's not always easy going. Absolutely not. All right, another 1/2 inch for the, then I think, do we not need then the 160? It's more sturdy. Yeah, actually, I think that's a better idea. Okay, I'm so sorry. I think we do need the 160 gram for the more sturdy. So 2 times 1/2 inch. Here we go. I could have cut this down actually first. Why did I do that? But okay, blame me for that, because yeah, we are going to we only need this side. Alright, we should have cut this earlier. Okay, we now do. Okay, cut this shorter. Alright, that's our base. And I want this halfway. So this is, well, you need to measure the bottom and that halfway. Okay, I'm terrible at this, guys. What is halfway? Okay, 7.2. Yep, and that's in inches. And I don't want to have, I think a 2 3/4 will do. 2 3/4. Oh, a little larger than a 2 3/4. I think that is better. All right. A little bit larger, a 2 3/4 plus, a 2 3/4 on the hill. Yep, 2 3/4 on the hill. Yep. Can we make another one? So if I 2 3/4 on the hill, make a mark. Let me flip this. 2 3/4 on the hill. I'm gonna make a mark, and then we're gonna score, and another 1/2 inch, and then we can cut the rest. Yep, then we have another one. Alright, cool. That was not that difficult. Alright, now what I have is this fits completely under, and this as well. So we made a gate. Yep, that will be our closure, but not with a swing piece, because that will interfere with this one. I'm gonna make corners, corner pockets. Well, maybe up and down, I don't know, but would be fun if we do it up and down one. So let's add some tape on here. Here we go. Here goes my sweater again. I have such a nice cozy. Oh, I love this one. Oh, absolutely so nice and warm. Love it. Okay, fold this flat. So what we are going to do, nice corner. So we are going to measure this. So it's going to be a 2 3/4. Okay. Grab, and I'm thinking, yeah, no, this really needs to be stringed. So I definitely gonna use the 160. Can I use this one? Let's check it out. A 2 3/4. Yep, and then I have enough space. Alright, we are going to score. There is a chica hair here. Alright, we're going to score 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, fold it, place this on your 0 and score at the 2 3/4. Let's cut the rest. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with this side. Put this on your 0 and we're going to score 2 3/4. Let's cut the rest. We're going to do that again because I do need 2 pieces. Put this on the 0, 2 3/4. Cut the rest. Okay. And then if you cut this diagonally, then you will have 4 pockets. That was the idea. Here we go, add some tape. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut these in the middle. You can use your ruler and knife, or you just use your cutting boards. Here we go. Okay, let's fold everything. And now you can cut this one off. There you have your little pockets. See, that was not that difficult. Here we go. And the last one. Okay, we can decorate this first if you like. But I'm first gonna measure. Oh, it fits marvelous. Alright. Let's decorate first these two. Do we have some leftovers? Like this. See? You need to... Oh. No, that doesn't fit. But here we have two blue ones. You can do a purple one. That is... Could be. It could be fitting. We have a green one. Totally up to you. Or just a plain one. Just check your leftovers. We have this one, we have this one, but I think 2 ones, or maybe just 4 different colors. That's a good idea. Then a plain one at the bottom. Ooh, I like that. That's a great idea, actually. Let's just do that. So, like I said, how to cut your art shape. Well, this one is actually a good size. I only now have to draw the diagonally line and cut this piece. From mark till mark. Okay, switch the edges. You still can add, if you like, you still can add some lace if you want. Not lace, ribbon. All up to you. If you want to do a little extra. Actually, it looks nice, even on a small piece. Wrap it around and cut anything else what does not fit. Here we go. I always like to smooch this along. I don't know, it just looks nice. Okay, let's glue this on. Go. Glue it on the white spots. Just take your time doing this, guys. Okay, the ribbon does not make it easy to keep it on its place, but I don't want to cut it off, so I'm just gonna place something so it holds it down. Yep, I do the work for that. So it can dry nicely. Alright, I'm definitely gonna do that 4 times. Yes, at least 2 times, and then see how it all works. Alright. Have fun. Okay, let me start with the first one to reveal. Alright, so we're just going to peel this off, of course, and put this in the corner. Alright, I decided to have 2 of these colors, so now it's just which, I think I'm gonna do the blue one at the bottom. Here we go, and then we're gonna use this one at the top. I hope I waited long enough. It's all sticky. Alright. Place this in this corner. And then the last one, I have the green one. Here we go. Alright, clean this off. I like the color combination. That is so stunning. Alright, and then I decided to use this simple background. Let's check if I cut it the right size. Perfect. All right. Black edge everywhere, just how I like it. This, so this, check, check, check. Here we go. Perfect. I like it. All right. Oh, yep. And do I know now what I see? Yep, because the tape needed to be on this side. All right, the back tape is not a big deal because we still can use that, but of course this tape definitely need to be on the outside. You still can, if you want, add design paper, because yeah, 1/2 inch is pretty large. It is all up to you. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna do that later maybe. I'm not sure just yet. This needs to be this side up. Yes, okay. So I'm just gonna check how we can add this the best way. Is that this way? I think it is, because then I can see perfect where my fold line is. So if I'm gonna place this on here, then I want to see my fold line just a little tiny bit. All right. Oh, that's okay. I have the top, so I now still can move this a little. Alright, push it down. I still can easily go to the back to here to burnish this down. Alright, cool. Let's go to this side. Same thing. I just want to see the fold line. Here we go. I still can't open this up easily to burnish this down. There you go. Gotta love this. Okay, yeah, and then, oops, I recommend, I do recommend a 160 gram because it's sturdier. I'm not gonna do a booklet because a booklet is gonna be too stiff. I'm gonna make this also not too large. So let's say 1/2 inch away. Small 1/2 inch away from the edges. And I also think, well, let me first cut this a little smaller, then I always can cut more off just to see how it fits. So this is just going to be a tag, but with the 160 gram you still have the sturdiness. So then you just slide this in here, because as you can see you just have to move this in. I think we can make it a little smaller. What do you think? Yeah. I think 1/2 inch smaller. I want to have an easy in and out access. This is way better. And then I'm just going to move this downwards. Yeah, and at the end it will be better. Yeah, cool. And then if you have this on your left, yeah, that looks nice, I think. Yep. It does. It does, it does. So if you never said that this is gonna be easy, because you also could make it only on 2 pieces. That's all up to you. Just gonna see, yeah, you only have this here and then the rest everything folds downwards. All right, okay, lots of things to do still with all the decorations and tags and everything. But guys, do you love it? I'm only thinking this do not need a pocket. We'll see. I don't think that we have the space, but I'm just gonna start. Look at this. We still have loads of places. I hope that this page, well, if I have this on a piece, then this cannot go wide away open because of the thickness of this. So be aware that this is only for a photo mat, guys. So you just hold this, but this one does. Alright. That's one thing that I was not thinking about. That this cannot be laying flat. So I just have to lift this up. Alright, that's no big deal. That's no big deal. Alright, so let's get started, guys. We still have loads to decorate. But God, I love it. I love it. Also lots of places for your photos. Yeah, cool. Okay, let's decorate. Okay guys, eternally later, it's finally, okay, I almost used everything and I have a few ribbons left, but no tags or whatsoever. So this is my second page. Look how thick this is, guys. It's a 1/2 inch thick and with all the tags inside. Alright, this method makes it not that easy to go in, but if you just wiggle a little, okay, yep, then I can take it out. But yeah, it's not that easy. But okay, so if I would do it over again, I would use this, but okay. I still like the 4 colors. 3 colors. Alright, so we go in like this. I did this alone. Life is a series of 1,000 tiny miracles. Just leftover pieces, of course. Then we first go to the upside. So we have the waterfall. Everything is put down. Oh yeah, I first should go to the top. And then we have here a little tuck spot. And when you open this up, and then a little booklet inside with a little hair bugging on me on my lip. Alright, this closes down, and then you have here the pockets. Okay, that closes down, and then we go to the bottom, and a little tag inside here. Closes down, and then you'll have here as well a tuck spot, opens up, and a booklet inside, and then we have that waterfall. Cool. All right, so yep, plenty is inside. All right guys, so far, good heaven. So we have these 2 pages. You can put something on the back and just place that in your opening. Then it looks like this. I don't like this. I definitely don't like how it looks then, so I definitely want to put these 2 in a cover. And yeah, okay, since I made this mistake with this one, but I really like the covers. Can I reuse these? Maybe, but I'm just gonna make new ones. So I'm gonna show you. Not that difficult. But okay, so since we now know how large this is for the wideness, the spine, this is a 1/4, but I definitely want to have space, guys, so I am gonna use a spine of 1.5. This definitely fit in that box, so I am gonna do that. So we have the space. Okay, 1.5. And then this is about the same size as we did here, 534 by 814. But we are going to do this together. But not going to use chipboard. I'm just going to use that method what I did earlier with the 160 gram. Alright, stay tuned.